Hi, welcome to this Steiner video. Today we're here with myself, Alberto Corbetta. I'm responsible for product development at Steiner, and we have Mr. Alan Page, CTO for the optics division within the Beretta Holding. Today we talk about thermal within the hunting segment in general, and then we go and talk about details about our new Steiner Nighthunter H35. So, Alan, welcome. My first question would be about thermal in general. So how do you evaluate a good thermal product?
So for a user, it's really about when is this product useful. So consumer hunting market uses thermal products to detect targets. So what you're most concerned about is the range at which you can detect those targets and then identify what they are. Is that a roe deer? Is that a wild boar, etc.?
Okay, interesting. And thermal products are known to be a little bit high priced within the hunting market, let's say. What is actually driving that?
So there's three major factors that drive the cost of a thermal product, and they are the image sensor itself. So in the case of the Nighthunter, you have a fairly high-end 640 by 480 sensor, and having a larger number of pixels like that leads to a higher cost. The second major driver is the lens. So thermal has germanium lenses very often. That is a grown crystal, requires expensive equipment to process it. That also leads to high cost. And then they also have a micro display at the back. So in the case of the Nighthunter, you're looking at a high definition, 1280 by 960 display. Again, so very high quality components. Those do tend to have a higher cost with them.
Okay, so now let's go a little bit more into Steiner before we talk about the product itself. Why did Steiner move into the thermal?
So a lot of our commercial customers may not be aware of this, but Steiner, through its optics business in the United States, has been doing thermal for over a decade. That includes headborne thermal as well as some weapon-mounted thermal systems. With the acquisition by Beretta, we decided to leverage that defense experience along with the hunting experience of our holding and then bring some truly innovative features into that commercial market.
Nice. So now let's talk about the product itself. Tell us a little bit about the journey to get here. So from where it started and how we got here today with it.
So as mentioned, we have a lot of experience with our defense customers in thermal, and Steiner obviously has a deep heritage in the hunting market as well. So talking to the users within those groups, what kind of came out was that the handheld thermal, like the Nighthunter here, is the single most useful to start a hunt with. You can pick it up, you can scan around very quickly, you can identify, you can detect game that might be out there, you can then identify that game, and then maybe you use a different system to target that game.
Of course. And now let's talk about Nighthunter and what makes it different. So what does it really set it apart?
So as we approach this, what we decided to focus on was kind of a rapid target acquisition for the customer. So taking the sensor, bringing it through an algorithm that allows you to adjust gain and some other features electronically, and then display it on a very high quality display. And you need to do that very quickly, help that user engage that target very quickly. And so we call that Steiner Quantum Vision.
Okay, that's very interesting. So now we talked about a lot of technology, and if you have to make like a top list of what are the real benefits for the user when they're hunting, what would that be?
So for a user using the Nighthunter itself, obviously that rapid target acquisition is the single most valuable. We spent a lot of time on ergonomics. So where are the buttons? How do you interact with them? Inside the device, the menu system itself, how you step through those menus, image quality, and then we also have an app, which is the Steiner Connect app, and all the photos, videos, etc. that you get off of this device, you can download into that app, and then you can share them.
Great, and that makes it very interesting also for a younger generation, a younger target, I assume. Perfect. So now let's go back a little bit to the more generic thermal. We have seen Steiner coming into this segment. but we're always looking forward to the future. So what do you think is going to be the next step?
So what you'll see throughout Steiner is a pretty big focus on hybrid optics. So you see that with our IFS scope, where we're overlaying digital imagery onto the see-through field of view. For thermal, we've been doing something very similar in the defense world. So we have a clip-on thermal module that overlays thermal on top of our night vision goggle. We have a product called the CQT, which is the confluence of a thermal device and a red dot sight. So it integrates those two together, and you'll see us do a similar thing and integrate thermal throughout the product line going forward.
We are very looking forward to that. So Alan, thank you very much. It was incredibly interesting.
You're welcome.
Hope it was interesting for you guys as well, and we'll see you next time.